Alright, everybody. Hello. I'm gonna be starting a Pokemon Emerald game. Alright, I'm just gonna lower the volume so you all can hear me talk. Alright, so as you can see, I am on my computer with a video game emulator, Game Boy Advance emulator, and I'm gonna be starting Pokemon Emerald for the Game Boy Advance. Alright, so we're just gonna get through all this. I made a save file before all this so I could start doing this, and then I was like, oh, I'll make a video for YouTube for my new channel. So we're gonna make a new game. Alright, I'm pretty sure everybody's played a Pokemon game in their life. So there's Professor Birch. Little nail Professor Birch. So he just says a bunch of stuff like welcome to Pokemon, and he tells you his name and what you're doing here, and he shows you a little representation of a Pokemon, and I believe that's a Lotad. Yes, that's a Lotad. So, and then he gives you the chance to name your person, and I think Pokemon's pretty fun. I'm a boy, so, and I think I'm gonna name my character Finn after Finn from Adventure Time, because I like that show. I've always liked that name Finn anyway. I thought it was pretty cool. So my name's Finn, and then he's like, oh, okay, move to Little Root, and now you end up in this, and right after this you end up in this moving truck. End up in the back. I think that's pretty weird. Why would you be in the back? Why not in the front in a passenger seat? Why in the back? Alright. Another thing that bothers me is if anybody's played Pokemon Red or Blue or Fire Red or Leaf Green or Yellow or any of those old ones, you'll know that he asks you what his own grandson's name is. It's like shouldn't you know that? Shouldn't you know that? Alright. Well, as you see, we've stopped now, and here's the way out, and you jump out of the back of the car. Mom comes out, and she's like, oh, hi, Finn. Alright. I'll turn up the music a little bit. Alright. Turn up to about 50. Man, that's really crappy music. I'm just gonna take that fully down. Alright. So, go up to your room and you start the clock. It is about 4:20 right now. And so, I will set it to 4:20. Alright. Alright. And then your mom comes up and she's like, oh, you like your room? And everything's on your desk. And you know, one day I was actually just dicking around, and I went over to my desk and went on my computer, and it actually gives you a potion when you withdraw an item. There's a potion already in there. I don't know if people knew that, but if you did, now you know. So now you go downstairs, and then she's like, oh, Dad's on TV. Alright. So now you gotta go over here and you gotta meet May, and then you go get your starter Pokemon, I also ordered the actual game for my Game Boy, the Emerald. Is there anybody else's Emerald like kind of broken? Like I will like play my Emerald for a little bit and then it'll just randomly delete my file. Is that happening to anybody else? I was just wondering. So there's May and apparently she has a dream of becoming friends with Pokemon from all around the world. So, alright. And then now we get to leave and go get our starter Pokemon. We catch Professor Birch being trapped by a wild Zigzagoon out in the forest. And I hate this little kid up here. Should I really be taking orders from you? No. You're like a little kid. Alright. So he's like, oh my god, I'm being chased by a level 2 Zigzagoon. It's gonna kill me. I'm a Pokemon professor and I can't stop it myself. Why don't you have your bag with you? Right? So I usually out of these three, I usually pick Torchic. I don't know why, I've always liked Blaziken. He's pretty sweet. I also like Sceptile though. Sceptile is pretty cool. But I usually go with Torchic just because he's fire Pokemon. I usually like the fire Pokemon, like Cyndaquil and Charmander. Alright, so you know, it'd be sweet if he was a shiny right now. I think it'd be pretty cool. Right. Alright, so I guess that wasn't too hard. It was pretty easy. And then now he's like, oh, thanks for saving me. You're studying the grass. Alright. Even though he says come back to my lab later, we go there right after he says later. I think that's pretty weird. And actually, in the anime series, the dad that owns the Petalburg gym, not the Petalburg. Actually, yeah, I think it's Petalburg. It's May's dad that owns the gym, not yours. But I guess since the games, your mom is always with you, and so is your dad. So I usually name all of my Pokemon after like food. I don't know why, it's always just been appealing. Maybe because I like food. Alright, so I name you Toast. Right, extremely good trainer. And then you're gonna go out and find May out in the bushes. Alright, so and then you gotta level up your Pokemon so that he doesn't lose against May. Because once you go up there, you have to fight May with your Pokemon. Alright, so that's where I'm gonna leave off for today. It's been really fun. I'm glad I've finally got my computer working for me to be able to do this. So yeah, so I'll be posting more videos in the next week. They'll probably be coming out like twice a week, 3 times a week, something like that. Alright, so check you later.